Gentlemen, please welcome on stage Mr. Nikos Galis.
Gentlemen,
Please have a seat.
Kalispera. Good evening to everyone.
So before starting with the questions, we are going to watch a video about Mr. Galis.
One day I'm walking down the street in my hometown, Thessaloniki, and a lady I didn't know stops me. At first I thought she was going to ask for an autograph or a picture as usual, but then she hugs me and she calls me Nikos, 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 that's how they say Nick in Greek. Let me thank you from the bottom of my heart. You've given me the greatest gift of all. You saved my son. And she explained to me that he was an addict until he found a meaning in his life, basketball. I believe that this is the greatest gift that an athlete can offer to society.
So I think we should start with that incident. A parent came to you and told you that you saved her child. How important is that for you?
It's not only important, it's the greatest feeling that one athlete can realize. Because, you know, putting aside everything, all the championships, all the personal awards, what really matters is what we leave behind. Everybody wins championship, everybody has personal awards. But to be able to give to society something like this, it makes me feel tremendous. So I'm very happy for this.
Mm-hmm. You started playing basketball in New Jersey.
Yes.
What difficulties did you encounter in your first steps? What difficulties? And under what circumstances did you start basketball? It was hard.
Look, like all kids, you know, I came from a poor family, from an immigrant family. My father actually is from Rhodes, and my mother is from Constantinopolis in Turkey. And they met in Greece, and I started playing basketball, not only basketball though, playing in the States and growing up in the States. I played American football. My father was a professional boxer. I tried a little boxing, but I used to come home with blood on my face, and my mother would cry, so I said, okay, I'll stop the boxing. I could have been a good boxer. But I could have chosen either football, American football, or basketball to go to college. And luckily, I think I made a wise choice. I chose basketball.
Thanks God.
And I'm happy with this. But actually, no, not really difficulties. You know, all day I was in the playgrounds. I learned my basketball on the streets of New York. I used to go with my friends. We used to go play in Harlem. You know, Harlem is it's 100% black people, and they were all my friends when we played there. So this is, I think, what sports can bring. No discriminations, no social barriers, just being foes and friends after playing basketball. So I grew up as a normal kid, I believe.
Okay, so could you share with us the most inspiring moments of your career?
Look, there's many inspiring moments. You know, I'll try to give a few. Of course, there's the 1987 European Championship when we beat the Russians, and people just went crazy into the streets. This is something I don't know if you haven't lived it, you won't believe it. People who lived it believe it, and it was an unbelievable feeling to see people going crazy through the streets, making them so happy. This was an unbelievable feeling for my teammates, for me, and for everyone in this country. It was something because the people were starving for something. They wanted to have a big hit. So we gave them this. And after this, basketball, like you said before, became a national sport, became the national sport of the Greek people. And the Greek people, to this day, love basketball. And of course, being inducted to the Hall of Fame, the FIBA, and the Naismith Hall of Fame is a childhood dream come true for every athlete.
How important is for an athlete to give something back to the society? And do you feel that every athlete understands how important is that?
Oh, okay, an athlete, I used to have a basketball camp for 17 years, and I used to speak to the kids after practice and stuff. What you have to give to the kids is to realize that this doesn't come on a silver plate. You have to work to earn what you get. I might have had a talent from God, but if I don't practice this talent, I'm going to lose it. So what I wanted to teach to the kids always was, you must work hard, you must listen to your coaches, and you must love what you do. If you don't have these things, you cannot be, we don't want you to be a superstar. Everybody's not going to be a superstar, but everybody could help their team. Everybody could help their teammates. This is what sports is about, a team. So, everybody working together.
Okay, you talked about social inclusion through sport, but Didier Drogba, who is in Champions for Peace Club of Peace and Sports, helped his country stop a civil war in Ivory Coast.
Excuse me?
Helped his country stop a civil war. Didier Drogba in Ivory Coast, the footballer. And how important do you think that sport is for bringing peace?
My opinion is sports is the only thing that can unite people and nations today. It's the sad truth, but only sports can bring people together. Even in the ancient times, they used to stop the wars so they can begin the games. This has to continue because this is what we have now. Sports brings everybody, all the nationalities, all the races, and all the people together. So this must continue, because this is all we have right now.
And do you think there is a way to maximize it, to get more from that, in order to bring peace?
You can maximize it, you can promote it more. And as a message for the people and for the young children, I think that sports, celebrity athletes can become great spokesmen for this, using their virtues and their habits. They can inspire young children to have high moral values with friendship, tolerance, and peace. And I think we should do this. We should inspire the young people.
And you talked about children. How do you feel that you are still an inspiration for children, even though for those children that haven't seen you play?
Excuse me?
How do you feel that you are an inspiration for children, even for those that haven't seen you play?
You know how many children come up to me and say, "You are Nikos Galis," who are 7, 8, and I ask them, "How do you know me?" My father, from the internet. Today it's very easy with the media and the internet to pass something through. So, because I couldn't believe it, I say, "How do you guys know me?" Of course I know you. If you hit Nikos Galis on the internet, there's 1,000 videos. The kid says, "Bravo," I say.
So, last question. What do you think and what do you want to share with our visitors about sports and peace? What's the most important message for you?
Like I said before, we must teach these moral values to the young people. We must teach them not to have discrimination, not to have social and cultural barriers, and to continue believing in what they believe, that sports is the way out, I think. This is my opinion. and I will say it till I die, that sports unites all the people, all the nations together.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nikos Galis.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for being here with us.
Please stay on stage.
Okay.
Mr. Galis,
Mr.
please come
Galis.
up on stage for a picture with Mr. Bouzou and Mr. Hadjimarkos, please.
Now,
Yes, please.
Tatangalo.